Hi guys, welcome back to Southern Nights. I'm your host Dinah West, and as you notice, we have someone new with us. Introduce yourself.
And I'm your co-host, McKees Wesley.
Yay! My girl McKees Wesley is new to Southern Nights, so make sure you leave her a warm welcome in the comments. So, Happy New Year, guys, because you know it is a new year. I haven't talked to you guys since last year. And as you know, it is our Black History special because it's the month of February. So yeah, I'm very excited about Black History. I don't know, what about you? Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Yeah, Black History means the most to me. I've always enjoyed learning about where I came from, you know, where my ancestors have came from, the fight that we've had to put, you know, through the years to get to where we are today. And even though the fight isn't over, you know, it's just very empowering to be like, you know, an African American woman and in a dominant role and, you know, just in America, to be honest. So I just enjoy this month. You know, it's Black History Month all year for me, but you know, this is just February is like our month. So, what do you like to do like on Black History Month? How do you celebrate?
I like to pretty much hang out with all my friends and like pretty much motivate others, help others, let them know that they can do it.
Yeah.
Even though like we might face racial discrimination or whatever, we still have to stand up for ourselves no matter what.
Yeah. Agreed. Hi guys, welcome back to Southern Nights. I'm your host Dinah West, and we have a special guest with us today, Sarah Lodge.
Hello.
So tell them a little bit about yourself. Go ahead.
I am a political science major, and my minor is mass communication, and I am class of 2022.
Alrighty, so you're a freshman just like me. Guys, Sarah's actually my friend, so I'm just going to get that out the way. So, we're major twins, if you didn't know that. I am political science with a minor in journalism. So what made you, you know, like, want to start doing political science? Like, what attracted it to you?
Basically, when I seen that there was a need for help, like nobody was, for the Black community, not a lot of people are broadcasting what's really going on, or not a lot of people are helping, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get more involved with that.
Okay, and then do you want to do more commentary, like news, be more in the TV area, or do you want to be more like out there in the field, writing the papers, in the articles, telling the people about what's going on? How do you want to bring like awareness to what's going on?
I want to bring awareness by being out there in the field, basically, telling people what's going on, how they can help, and resources like that.
Yeah, that's what I kind of want to do, more of like the on the TV. Yeah, like on the TV, out there in the field, stuff like that. And then like, so what does it mean to you, like, you know, as an African American woman, you know, in that role? Like, how do you plan on to impact people that, you know, girls that look like us, you know? How do you plan to, you know, make them see that, you know, people like us can be in roles like that and carry out things like that? And, you know, how do you plan to do that?
I plan on helping young women understand, like, you can do it, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter what your color is. If you want to get out there and show people that they need help, or that others need help, and you want to just help them, then they'll listen to you. If they want the help, they'll take it.
That is very true. That is like key. That's one thing I've always learned, that, you know, being African American is like a gift and then a curse at the same time. Because yes, we do have to work harder, but when, you know, I see people that like me and you who want to be in roles like politics and, you know, stuff like that, just really putting themselves out there, you know, that really like encourages me. So since it is Black History Month, I've just been asking everybody, you know, like, what does it mean to you? How do you celebrate it? How do you carry it out? You know, what do you do to learn more about it and all of that?
For Black History Month, being Black to me is being able to stick up for yourself, having your own sense of mind, understanding what you came from and how you can make an impact on other people. So for this month, I usually just read a lot. I try to read like new novels about like African American history, or I like to go to museums sometimes.
Yeah. And is there anything that you want to like give to people? Maybe a book or a movie to watch or something? That's another thing I've been doing.
Hidden Figures. That's a really good movie. That's my favorite movie.
Yes, it is. It's on HBO Go, or you can buy it off Amazon for $4.99. Y'all know I stay putting y'all on with the gems and all of that. So, guys, this was Sarah Lott, and I hope you enjoyed her. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
Yes.
Dinah, I really think that was a really great interview with Sarah.
Thank you.
I didn't know that political science majors really have an impact on Black history.
They really do. They actually, like, you know, degrees like that, they're really big on outreach and how, you know, we can get more African American people into our government, into judges. So, yeah, that was a good interview with Sarah. Okay, so up next, guys, we have Dinah on the street. Unfortunately, our favorite friend Patrick left us. Thumbs down for the heartbreak. But I'm going to be going around campus asking people what they know about Black history, a little trivia. So we'll see how I do.
Okay, so basically Patrick died. Well, he didn't die, like, he ain't here no more, though. So I'm trying to, you know, take up after him and ask random people questions. Hey, you, yeah. Do you know what February is for African Americans?
Black History Month.
Okay, yeah, so it's Black History Month. So I'm going around and I'm asking people trivia to see what they know. Who was the first African American Major League Baseball player? It's pretty easy.
Jackie Robinson, right?
Yes, you got it right. Okay, so you get a pen, but it's okay. There you go.
Thank you.
That's a pen. You know what? While we're walking, I just want to talk about this. Do not buy texting gloves. They do not work.
I have texting gloves.
Are you serious?
But they're North Face. They're like,
Oh, North Face, girl. I got mine from Old Navy for $1.40. Okay, so what was Bob Marley's per se most popular song? Tell us.
The Redemption song.
The Redemption song. Okay, and how does it go? You want to sing a little bit? Nope. Just a little.
It just goes, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, because none but ourselves can free our minds.
Yes. Well, go ahead. Give her a pin. You get a pin because not only did you just teach me something, but, you know, you just taught me that there's more to just African American history. Guys, Alan talks all crap about my cute dog. He calls it ugly and she calls her a rat. I'm going to insert a picture. If you're watching this, Culture Mommy loves you. But no, like, you always talk about my dog, so I'm going to put you on the spot. Who was the first African American Nobel Peace Prize winner?
Don't know.
Just guess.
I don't know.
Apparently it was Ralph Bunche. I didn't even know.
Oh, you gotta ask me questions you don't even know?
We're just going around asking people Quivia. Why do I keep saying Quivia? Let me ask you a question.
Not today.
Not today, tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. What year was the 13th Amendment ratified for abolishing slavery?
18.
Oh, yeah.
60.
Uh-huh.
Was it 5?
Yeah! Okay. We gonna do this. The question's about to get challenging. I want you guys to know something about these three girls right here. These are my best friends. If they don't know this, I'm cutting them off. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah what?
Is this for real, Dinah?
Yeah. What's your name?
Lot. Sarah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Christine Baggy.
Okay, and what's your name?
Erica Gunn.
What group launched the Freedom Rides in 1961?
Southern Christian Leadership.
Good job! At the time of her historic bus incident, what was Rosa Parks' occupation?
She was
Who wrote the best-selling memoir, I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing?
Maya Angelou.
So, what's this month?
February.
What's February?
Black History Month.
Hey. You been lit?
Yeah.
What was Muhammad Ali's original name?
Cassius Clay.
Yep. So here, for the culture.
Right.
For the culture. All right. Stay up, brother. Do you know what this month is?
Black History Month. I got grease. I got chicken on. I just ate chicken with this thing.
He ate chicken. Who were the founders of the Black Panther Party?
I know Huey P. Newton was one of them.
That's what, yep, he got one right. It was Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, you know, with the help of other Black Panther, you know, leaders.
This month is February, Black History Month.
Hey, okay. So last year on February 16th, 2018, what came out and changed the world per se? Well, let's say more like inspired African American youth to really get into, you know, roles like science and technology and impacting their community. It was a movie.
I'm gonna say, I hope this ain't no trick question because I already know we're talking about Black Panther.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Black Panther. Yeah.
Let's get Wakanda. Hey. If it wasn't for this person, we wouldn't have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, peanut butter Reese's. We just wouldn't have peanut butter in general.
It is, I'm blanking. George Washington Carver.
Hey.
I only went there like every year in middle school.
All right.
Yeah, fist bump.
Who is famous for telling someone no for not getting to the back of the bus?
Rosa Parks.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, you got it right. Fist pump. Hey. After over 40 years, who became the second black actor to win Academy Award for Best Actor?
Denzel Washington.
Hell yeah. Oh, heck yeah. All right, guys, so this wraps up Dinah on the Street. I think it was pretty fun. You can definitely see how weird I am, and I'm never doing this again. People make me nervous. But for the most part, I think, the woke meter is very low, but it's okay. We're going to work on it. I'm going to go around next year and start asking people questions, and hopefully they'll know. So, with that being said, we're out.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Sean Gordon for Southern Nights. For those of you out there looking to make a good impression in your next job interview, you're in luck because February 20th, it's Mock Interview Day, taking place in the Billingsley Student Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Here you'll get the chance to learn valuable interview skills from real human resource professionals and talent acquisition specialists. So don't miss your chance. On another note, the Spiva Art Gallery at Missouri Southern always hosts some fascinating exhibits every semester. This semester, Spiva is hosting Bandits and Heroes, Poets and Saints, Popular Art of the Northeast of Brazil, which will be in the Spiva Art Gallery until March 12th. There will also be a reception there on Thursday, February 21st from 4 to 6 p.m. and a lecture on Friday, February 22nd from 6 to 7 p.m. There you will hear from renowned scholars of African and Brazilian art and culture, Dr. Elizabeth Morton and Dr. Yvette de Assis. So come and enjoy nearly 200 works of art by more than 50 different artists on the rich and diverse culture of Northeast Brazil. Well, that's all the time I have for right now. Thank you for tuning in to this news update. Back to you, Dinah.
All right, Tashina Coleman is back to give you an update on Mosul sports.
With the new year underway, Mosul football has hired new head coach, Jeff Sims. The former head coach at Garden City, where he led the team to a 32-12 record, including the 2016 Junior College National Championship. Saturday, February 2nd, the women's basketball team ended a 5-game losing streak with a win by buzzer beater 3 against Northwest Missouri. I got a chance to talk to Southern guard Destiny Kozer on how well she's been playing since the new year. Since the new year, you've been playing really well. So what has been the motivation and what has been getting you to play so well?
We just have to get conference wins, and in order to do that, everybody has to play their part. Just try to get my opponent too.
Okay. So I know you're going to get some pretty good teams on the road. So what's been coaching? What's been the motivation? What has been, guys, trying to get you get a mindset?
Just defense and effort. Every team has games where the shots don't fall. Every team has games where you can't really handle the ball well. But as long as your defense and effort are unmovable, you should be fine.
Okay. And as a team, getting forward for this game, what has been you guys' mindset as a team?
Just to be aggressive defensively. I think in the first half of last game against Emporia State, we did well, but we have to finish out a whole game, play 40 minutes.
This is Coach Russell. So, Coach Russell, you're going to get some pretty good teams this weekend and starting tomorrow. So, what's been the mindset for your team?
Well, I think our biggest mindset is we got to understand when we go on the road, we're going to have to defend. That's something against Emporia State. We did a better job defensively, but the previous 2 games before that with Washburn Central Hope, we really didn't defend very well. So we've got to be able to make sure we defend. We got to keep them in front of us. That'll be the biggest thing. Missouri Western's really good at getting out and pressuring the ball, getting in transition. So that'll be a key as well. We got to make sure we take care of the ball in our offense. We don't allow them to get in transition.
Okay. Okay. Another question is the first half of Emporia State game, you guys played extremely well, and going to the second half, you guys kind of struggled. So, what's going to be the key going to Missouri Western trying to finish out that game?
Well, that's the same thing. We got to come out with a mindset like we did against Emporia State in the first half. You know, we can't. First half we made shots, and then the third quarter against Emporia State, we struggled to score the ball, and then we turned it over a few times, which allowed them to get in transition, which they're really good in transition, and just like Missouri Western will be too. If we turn the ball over out front, it'll be easy layups for them. So that'll be a big key, that we come for 40 minutes taking care of the ball in our offense, make sure we're executing, getting good shots every trip down. And then, like I said, we got to make sure we guard. We got to keep them out of the paint. So they're a downhill team. They're wanting to get to the rim. They got decent shooters from the perimeter, but they really love to get downhill and get to the rim.
Yeah, your guard Destiny Kozer, how have you been liking how she's been playing these last couple games?
Well, she's played well in the aspect she's really shot the ball well. You know, she's a young lady that's got good range. You know, she can excite her teammates in the crowd with her ability to shoot the three ball. And she's gotten better defensively as well. That's something that we've been talking with her about quite a bit, is her amount as far as defensively, and our whole team. Our positioning, our mindset off the ball when we're not guarding the ball on our help side. We got to make sure we stay intense, we stay focused, and we stay engaged in what's going on. And she's gotten better at it, but she's got a little bit to go defensively. But offensively, she's been really good for us. I think she's probably over the last 6 games, she's probably shooting over 40% from the three, which, you know, that's what we recruited her in as, and she could shoot the basketball, and she's starting to prove that.
Yeah, one more question. You have Laura Cena coming back from ACL. How has you liked her game since she, coming into you guys' play?
She is really, from back in November when she first, mid-November, she first got, as far as was able to play in her first game to now, has been huge strides. And the biggest thing with any ACL is, one, they got to continue to get stronger, and the other is the mental aspect and being comfortable and confident in her leg that she's not going to hurt herself again. And I think that's been the big thing, is her confidence in herself and her lower body, that she's gotten strong enough now that she can just kind of let go and play. And she's really done a nice job of that the last couple games.
Saturday the 2nd, the men's basketball team lost to the number 2 ranked Northwest Missouri by 20, snapping a 4-game winning streak. Both teams will be in action February 7th and February 9th against Nebraska Kearney and Fort Hays State. The men's and women's track and field teams started the indoor season a month ago. Since then, they have been doing outstanding at winning competitions. For the women's track and field team, this past week at the Lion Invite, Morgan Smith won the 60-meter hurdles and the 400-meter dash. Jasmine Decker won the 60-meter dash and broke the record for that event. Also, Payne Roberts won the shot put and broke the record for that event as well. This past week, the men's track and field team didn't win any competitions, but Rayondra Campbell got 2nd place for shot put with setting a record. Also, Brendan Watkins finished 2nd in the triple jump and set a record for that event. Nathan Painter was 2nd place in 100 meters. Both teams were at Pittsburgh State February 8th and Saturday, February 9th. This is the Sheena Coleman for Sports Segment Update. And back to you, Dinah.
Thanks to Sheena.
We have a couple books and places that we have about Black history.
Yeah, so if me and McKees were talking, and if you guys ever wanted to figure out new ways to celebrate Black History Month, or maybe if you haven't you're like, okay, this is Black History Month, but how do I celebrate? What can I do to get into it? What are some things I can do to learn more about our culture, our background, who we are? Me and McKees actually found some museums and some books that you guys could probably read, talk with your parents, because some of them, they're not local, but they are out of town and stuff. So if you guys, it's something you want to do over the summer to get to know more. Yeah. So what are some places you found?
I found the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, and that's in Kansas City, Missouri, where I'm from.
Yes. And then I found the History Museum in St. Louis. They always have something that is a part of Black history, and it teaches you something. They always have some section regarding to that. There's also an African festival in St. Louis that takes place in May. We also have the National Museum of African American History and Culture, and that's in Washington, D.C. That is a must go. you gotta go to that, okay, guys? Like, you gotta go. And then what's some literature that you found?
A great novel by W.E. Du Bois. It's called The Souls of Black Folk.
I also found The Hate You Give. That's a really good book. If some of you haven't seen the movie, I know some of you have seen the movie, some of you read the book, but I recommend you do both, read the book and watch the movie. Like,
yes,
we watched it yesterday, y'all. We was like, girl, we was like, oh my God, it's so
it made me so emotional.
Yes, it was so good.
Yeah.
And then we have May Among the Stars, and that's actually new. It just released in 2018. So yeah, guys, if you want to check those out, if you have any questions, leave us a question in the comments. Let us know how we can help you figure those things out. And yeah, so next up we have my girl Christine Baggy to come in, and she's gonna perform some spoken word for us.
All right, guys, we're back again, and we have another person with us. This is Christine Baggy.
Hello.
Tell about yourself a little bit, girl.
I'm a freshman here at Missouri Southern State University. My major is biology, and I plan on becoming a physical therapist.
All right, girl, that's... You know, I'm really bad at science, so I'm probably going to ask you questions, probably going to be wrong, but you just answer it the right way. So, what made you get into that major, and then how do you plan to use your major to, like, your full capability?
Well, my family has always been in the medical field, so I kind of, like, grew up on it. So I knew I was going to have some kind of career in the medical field. Physical therapy, I always like sports. I wanted to become like some kind of sports physician at first, but I don't really like surgery or having that much responsibility, so I felt like physical therapy was a good fit for me. As far as planning on like impacting people with my career, I believe like physical therapy is not only just the body's rehabilitation, but as well as the mind. So usually in the sports setting, when you're going to physical therapy, you know, you're just kind of going through the motions. So I plan on like not only fixing your body, but also going through therapy and like meditation sessions and like having that communication and understanding and that important dialogue in order to really help you get back to performing at your best in your craft that you love so much.
That's true, y'all. Look, this girl can nurse you back, y'all. Nurse you back to health. Like, I was sick, and Christine was just like, here, take this. I took a nap, and I woke up, and I was better. So, also, guys, fun fact about Christine, she's Nigerian.
I am.
Yes. Okay, so tell us about, you know, that culture and, you know, because I know you guys take pride, like, very, very big pride in your culture, and, you know, so tell me about that.
My culture, it's a lot and wrapped in one. So my dad is Nigerian and my mother is South African, but I am more in tune with my Nigerian side. So all the mannerisms and the traditions and things like that, I'm more familiar just with Nigeria. So I was born and raised in America, but you know, all of those customs and that culture, I was raised up with it. So it was really interesting seeing that difference in like attitude regarding like the color of your skin when it comes to Black Americans and then like Africans.
Yeah.
So I've always seen that like difference in that line, and it's a huge distinct line and a huge distinct difference. But I do believe that it's important that we all come together as a collective, just because we all look like each other and we all come from the same place.
Same drip.
So
Same drip.
That's important to me.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of people don't know, and I know like a lot of people be like, oh, a lot of people say African American, like as us as a general. We're all Black, but African American is someone who was like, you're Black, but you grew up in America, and then there's a Black American, like a Nigerian. So that's a fun fact for y'all, who people always call everybody African American, and they're not. She's a Black American. I'm an African American because I grew up, born American, have American beliefs. Well, some slight like that, but anyways. And guys, later on, Christine is gonna do a spoken word for us, so I'm really excited. Two. Oh, that's a surprise to me. Okay, so 2. So I'm really excited to hear those. Thank you so much for having a little interview with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Christine Baggy. I'm a freshman here at Missouri Southern State University, and I'm doing 2 pieces of spoken word for their Black History segment. They asked me to spell black. I said, can you use it in a sentence, please? For Black people, freedom is only conditional. B,
for brutally beaten, ripped apart by a system that claims to love our culture but not our knowledge. L, for lack of protection, mistaking my skin as a canvas for you to paint your bullets. A, for affirmative action, assuming I got where I am to fill a quota system. C, for colorism, because I can't even trust my own people to love me because my skin ain't light enough. K, for knowledge, filling our backstory to fit your history books. Black. In order to keep living, I had to keep breathing. They said they wanted my culture, I let them have it. They said they wanted to be me, but nobody wants me, I allowed it. They told me to love myself because nobody else would, so I did it because I am a black woman and I have to stay alive, dear God. What's the meaning to survive? In order for my heart to beat and to be black all the way down to my feet, it's a lifetime of no rehabilitation and too much retribution. It's a lifetime of an everlasting trial, my soul against the system. It's a lifetime of living in an everlasting shadow. Every day is a nightmare, dear God. What's the meaning to survive? I keep counting to 5, waiting for Jesus to come. Every day I let them know I struggle, giving their white skin leisure. God, don't you know how hard it is living in the United States of amnesia? Forgetting why they're making me believe my persistence has no possibility, why my presence has so much pressure, why I have to be too bold to break, why boys lust and not love, they lust and not love. I'm sorry this poem doesn't sound like poetry, I'm sorry this poem doesn't have a melody, I'm not sorry that this poem is just so real for me. Understand everything beautiful has a consequence. Understand I've died so many times for this craft. Understand to be black woman and vulnerable makes it all worth it. Makes them all listen. Makes me forget why they laughed.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I always enjoy my time.
This has been such a great show.
Oh, go Black History Month. And as always, guys, I am your host, Dinah West.
And I'm your co-host, McKees Wesley.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Hey, Lola! Hey!
Don't look at me, because if you look at me,
I have to look at you.
Well, like, look at me, but don't, like...
I'm not even trying to be funny. Future BSU.
Christine! Okay, look.
I just looked at you.
Okay, look, so...
Don't be nervous. It's okay. It's gonna be music in the background.
It's okay. I can put them up.
How did they be falling though?
For you to paint your bullets. A, I'm not doing it.
What it means to our black. I don't want to say.
I'm a bad bitch, okay?